Okay, for those of you with big gardens, going say from a 17-inch rear tine tiller is very different. It takes quite a bit of work with this guy. We cut our garden down to 35 by 35 this year, and I would say if I solo tilled the entire area, it's a 4-hour job for the most fit for a couple of inches in good soil. I wanted to try it before dropping $900 plus on a rear tine. It's a must-have anyway. Ever pulled weeds for hours? So overall, I'm eyeballing trenches, weeding, holes, etc. more than tilling again. It is surprisingly quiet, adequately strong, well-built and effective. I hope it shines with decades of runtime like the stories. Just know its place, small gardens/areas. The Mantis 4-cycle is my first ownership of a tiller/cultivator, having previously usually rented, or paid someone else, to rototill my yard for gardening purposes or landscaping. The assembly went relatively well, though I found some of the nuts/bolts to tighten the handles to the base seemed ill-fitted and took quite a bit of dexterity/strength and the right vice grip to get it tight. However, all was good. Then when I went to put the wheels on, purchased separately, I realized I was going to have to undo what I just spent some effort to tighten. Could the directions have given a little forethought to us newbies? I watched several videos and it really helped with the kickstand, and all in all thought the assembly was within my tolerance and would rate it 4 stars. I went with 5 stars because the machine is a kick to use. Here in the Pacific NW I used it literally within the first few days of March. I had a 25 by 20 patch that was rototiller a year ago and never planted. There was some clover and other grass that had grown in the area mentioned. The soil was slightly wet, but the machine handled the task really well. Yes, once there was a larger rock which required me to stop and take off the wheels, but otherwise nothing out of the ordinary regarding clumping. And, changing the direction of the wheels from tilling to cultivating was very easy. Much simpler than I predicted based on my assembly experience. The soil appeared well pulverized, and I was able to mix in 3 or 4 cubic yards of compost really well. Other things that stood out to me include the machine runs relatively quiet, especially when idling. I did lose a nut and bolt from the kickstand, which may have been because I didn't tighten it quite enough. I've also noticed the motor turns slightly to one direction, but it doesn't appear to affect the function at all. Again, I'm aware that I probably need to tighten a few items. All in all, the machine is fun, manageable for someone turning the big 60 later this year, and has me wondering about when I get to use it again. But it's not. It can dive into big heavy clods and reduce them to powder in a few passes. Diving into clods won't be a regular thing. The Mantis will mostly be used for cultivation and preparing small beds here and there for annual flowers. The Honda 4-stroke starts very easily. You can't go wrong with Honda. I've had it long enough so I don't keep it in the garage like something delicate. It's under a tarp on the back porch. Still starts right up. Of course, Honda. So light I can carry it anywhere. Put in the back of the car. In no time it makes the garden look great and makes it just right for planting. And now in March 2020. Same opinion. Starts easily even after sitting idle for a month or two. Does a perfect job of getting new ground ready for beans. The two pictures on the right. Only about 20 minutes apart. I'm glad I got it. Click link in description for more reviews.